What do you think is the oldest computer made by man? This question is debatable, and many argue what a computer should consist of and what are the candidates for the oldest computer to man. Enter astronomy. Some believe it's the astrolabe. What is an astrolabe? This piece of stereographic projection is used to make astronomical measurements with the altitudes of celestial bodies. A celestial body are objects in space outside of the Earth's atmosphere, like the moon and the sun. It was used for navigation and calculating latitude before the development of the sextant. Since its invention, several types of the astrolabe have been produced. A typical astrolabe back then was made of brass and 6 inches in diameter, but many still varied. This computer solved problems relating to time and the position of the sun and stars in the sky. It was used to show how the sky looked at a specific place at a given time. This is done by drawing the sky on the face of the astrolabe and marking it so positions in the sky are easy to find. To use it, you adjust the movable components to specific date and time. When set, the sky is represented on the instrument. This allows a great many astronomical problems to be solved in a very visual way. Typical uses of the astroblade include finding the time, a celestial time, sunrise or sunset. It was used in the late Middle Ages as a basic astronomy education tool and was not used as a navigational instrument. But we will get to that later. The origins of the astrolabe were in classical Greece. Influential theories were made on the astrolabe projection and refined. Circulation 180 BC, Hipparchus, who also discovered equinoxes and developed trigonometry, formalized the projection as a method for solving complex astronomical problems without spherical trigonometry. I wonder if I said that right. The earliest evidence of use was by the Roman architect Marcus Vitruvius Polio, who described an anaphoric clock that had a rotating field of stars behind a wire frame indicating the hours of the day. Soon enough, in the mid-8th century, the Islamic world was introduced to the astrolabe. By then, the astrolabe was fully developed. It was very valuable to Islam because of its ability to determine prayer times and aid in finding directions to Mecca. Every year there would be a Hajj or a pilgrimage to Mecca, so now they would not get lost in the sea or vast deserts. It basically made a principle for the astrolabe, celestial navigation. Just think about that. It's 8th century and you could find your way anywhere you wanted. You could find it. And this is the 8th century. Before this, I thought computers were only made like a century ago and stuff. But no, we had GPS devices like this that could tell time and know when sunset and sunrise would be. When I was writing this, I could not comprehend how old this technology was. Finishing this history lesson, the computer was introduced through Africa to Spain and peaked in popularity in the 11th century through the Renaissance as well. It was declined and succeeded by the invention of the pendulum clock, which was much more reliable in the 17th century. Now that this info has been shared, I will create a replication of the astrolabe, show everyone later. I probably didn't do it though. I don't know. I'd also like to source this site, astrolabes.org. Unfortunately, the owner of this site died in April, and the site will never be updated again, as well as any contact information. You could find out more there.